I'm here today to talk with you about my job working in a restaurant in this area of Rochester. Now, when I tell people that I work at a restaurant, they often think that this is an easy job to have, but it really isn't. One of the reasons is because you're dealing with the public on a daily basis. Now, you may talk with about 50 people or more a day, and it's important that you satisfy these people before they leave your restaurant or before you hang up the phone. And this isn't always as easy as it sounds. People may call up with questions, maybe about reservations, what's on the menu, your hours, or if you have a smoking area. Like I said before, it's not always easy to make these people happy before you're finished dealing with them. You may have a customer that's upset about something that went wrong in the restaurant. Maybe they ordered something and it didn't come out the way they like it. You need to try your best to make them happy before they leave the restaurant because you want them to come back again. Also, you may have a customer that's just rude to you for no reason at all, and you need to remain calm and pleasant to this customer so that they have a pleasant memory of your restaurant. Now, trust me, there's been plenty of times that I've had a customer be rude to me for no reason at all, and I've had to try my best to remain calm, even if I didn't want to, for two reasons. This is not my business, and I need to keep my job. One of the main things that our employer emphasizes as her goal to the restaurant is to have her guests happy when they leave. We also need to make sure that we say hello or goodbye to every person entering or leaving the restaurant. This is one of her goals as well. You may have 20 things going on at the same time, but you need to drop them to say hello to a guest and make them feel welcomed at the restaurant. This is always not easy because you have to finish your task as well, and sometimes you lose track of it. Also, as a server or a host in the restaurant, you have other responsibilities that you need to fill, such as seating a table, taking their order, taking a to-go order as well as packing it up, answering the phone, like I said before, taking reservations, and around this time of the year, the holidays are taking place, so you need to write out gift certificates, and that seems to happen a lot. Now, these are all things that you have to do as part of your job as a host or server, but then there's other responsibilities that you must do, such as your side work, which may be making boxes, because where I work we sell plenty of desserts on a daily basis, so we always need to make sure that our area is set up before we leave the restaurant. Also, I have a funny story to tell you that is an experience that I had while working at the restaurant, serving a table. A guest came in, was pleasant, I took their order, everything was going well, I brought out her food, and all of a sudden I was told by another server that I needed to quickly go to the dining room where the woman was sitting. I said, okay, so I went out there, and the woman was standing up from her chair in a panic with her hands flailing in the air. And I said, ma'am, is there something that I could help you with? And she screamed on the top of her lungs, there's a fly in my food, a fly. And I was trying to get her to sit down and relax, because at this point the restaurant was full and she had everyone's attention, and this is not something that you want to promote in a restaurant, that there's a fly in your food. So I tried to get her to calm down, but it wasn't working. She seemed to relish on the idea of everyone knowing what the problem was. So once again I asked her to calm down, and then I would bring over a manager for her. So the manager came over and explained to her that he was terribly sorry that this took place, and they would do their best to get her another meal if she wanted to, or perhaps a free dessert, whatever she wanted. She refused everything, demanded to speak to the owner, and this was difficult because the owner was not there at the time. So she refused the meal, refused a free dessert, everything that we tried our best, but still continued to talk on the top of her lungs. So finally, she calmed down, left the restaurant, but before she left, we took her name and number so our owner could give her a call later that day. So this is just an example of how dealing with people can be very difficult. It's not always easy to try to make everybody happy. So that's the fun part of working in a restaurant. It's not always as easy as you may think.